Everyone's praising him. Burkina Faso is trending on TikTok. His speech is going viral. But what if they're all wrong? What if the youngest president in the world, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, isn't the fearless freedom fighter you've been sold, but the beginning of a dark chapter in Burkina Faso's history? Stay with me, because some of the things we'll uncover will shock you. By the end of this video you would certainly agree to some of the points we highlight. These are the 10 worst things about Ibrahim Traoré they don't want you to know. Let's get into it. Number 10. The celebrity cult of Captain Traoré. Oh sure, nothing says grassroots leader like your own line of TikTok fan edits and YouTube shorts. He's not just a president, he's a pop culture trending moment. Almost like Disney's new superhero. But behind that headline is a machine. According to the Financial Times, Russian disinformation networks are flooding the internet with pro-Traoré content. Every clip, every meme, carefully designed to make him look like the second coming of Thomas Sankara. These are the same Russians that propped up juntas in Mali and Niger. He's been turned into an algorithmic messiah. But all this love, it's suspiciously loud for someone barely 2 years in power. So before believe Traoré is the new Sankara, maybe ask yourself, who benefits from turning a young soldier into an untouchable icon? Or maybe the better question is, who's cashing in from all these publicity? Number 9. Gold nationalization without accountability. Gold for the people. Sounds great, right? Except when the people never see any of it. Traoré's bold move to nationalize Burkina Faso's gold sector made headlines. It sounded heroic, a blow to greedy foreign investors. But here's the problem. The gold didn't exactly land in the pockets of ordinary people. Insiders and military-linked associates are calling the shots now. With no transparency. Forget it. Audits. Ha! They audit themselves. It's like promising everyone a slice of cake and then licking the frosting off before passing out crumbs. Worse, anyone who dares complain risks being branded unpatriotic or even silenced. Number 8. You can't criticize him without being labeled a traitor. Want to test loyalty in Burkina Faso? Just try asking a tough question about Traoré. Watch how fast you become an agent of France. And labeled a traitor. Critics are silenced, journalists harassed, opposition voices erased. One unlucky reporter got drafted into the military, not promoted, drafted. Because nothing says freedom like being punished for holding a microphone. The regime has weaponized patriotism into a shield against all criticism. It's clever, in a dystopian way. Ask too many questions, and suddenly you're the enemy. That's where this patriotic act turns into a tragedy of division and fear. Stick with me. Number 7. Ethnic tensions are boiling over. If unity is strength, Burkina Faso's strength is hanging by a thread. Instead of tackling terrorism smartly, entire ethnic groups, especially the Fulani, are being blamed, harassed, and massacred. UN reports warn we're inching toward ethnic cleansing, but what do we hear from Traoré's office? Silent whispers. The irony. A leader who talks about Pan-African unity is overseeing a country cracking apart along ethnic lines. Silence is not neutrality, it's complicity. Keep watching. We will show you what happens when you kick one foreign power out but roll out the red carpet for another. Number 6. What he's not saying about Russia. Out with France, in with freedom. Or is it just out with France, in with Russia? Traoré's relationship with Russia is as subtle as a bear in your backyard. Wagner mercenaries are reportedly in the country, advising the military and grabbing lucrative mining deals. He even met Yevgeny Prigozhin, the guy who turned mercenary work into a global franchise. So let's be honest, Burkina Faso traded one empire's influence for another's. Sovereignty is still missing in action. Let's look at where Traoré's promises about democracy start to crumble like stale bread. Number 5. Democracy, delayed indefinitely. Remember those elections he promised? Yeah, I don't remember. Traoré initially vowed to return power to the people by 2024, but now the timeline has mysteriously stretched another 5 years. Apparently democracy is coming soon. Like a movie sequel nobody asked for. This delay isn't just politics, it's a betrayal of trust. And the scariest part, most people can't even challenge him on it because, as you saw in number 8, criticism comes with a price tag. Let's talk about how Traoré is pulling the plug on information itself. Number 4. Media blackout. Burkina's information war. Kicking out France 24 and RFI was just the beginning. The main event. Silencing local voices. Journalists are being detained, harassed, and in some cases, drafted into military service just for doing their job. Reporters Without Borders calls press freedom in Burkina Faso dead on arrival. Traoré claims he's blocking propaganda, but if the truth really works in your favor, why block it? Next we talk about what happens when the people meant to protect you become the ones you fear. Number 3. His militias are unleashed and unaccountable. The Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland VDPs were meant to be heroes. Instead, they've turned into armed nightmares. With over 90,000 members, this civilian militia is operating like a rogue force. In Nandin and Soro, over 223 people, including children, were slaughtered during anti-terror operations. The worst part is, there were no trials, no justice, just state-sanctioned chaos. And the president. Silent, again. It's hard to preach order when your own house is on fire. This leads us to number 2. They tried to bury a tragedy before the world could even notice. Number 2. The Mansilla massacre and the regime's silence. When 107 soldiers and 20 civilians are killed in one jihadist attack, you expect a leader to show up. Instead, Traore gave us a vanishing act. There was no national address, no heartfelt speech. Just PR spin and forced smiles on state TV while the nation mourned. It's a silence that feels less like grief and more like denial. It's the failure that makes all these other failures possible. Number 1. The country's on fire, and he's losing control. Burkina Faso is bleeding out, and no TikTok fan video can hide it. Over 2 million people displaced. Jihadists controlling more than 60% of the country. Schools, markets, entire villages, gone. In 2021, conflict-related deaths were at 2,800. By 2023, over 7,000. Traore promised stability, but the numbers don't lie. The country isn't healing, it's getting worse. And yet, online he's still painted as a revolutionary savior. If you've made it this far, you now know what's really happening behind the smokescreen. Maybe Traore believes in what he's doing. Maybe you believe in him. But belief without accountability is just a bedtime story. Right now Burkina Faso isn't being liberated. It's being managed. By image, by fear, and by force. Now it's your turn, let me know your views. Which of these points do you agree with or disagree with? Drop your thoughts in the comments section. This isn't about canceling Traore. It's about asking important questions to keep leaders in power accountable. What do you think, is Ibrahim Traore the revolutionary leader Africa needs? Or just another cautionary chapter in Africa's history?